Hey guys, Tom from Fluval. Fluval G Series filter. We're continuing on today with the Hydrotech performance monitor, moving on from the introductory video that we produced not long ago on the G Series filters. We're going to look at the main screen and go through it point by point with you so you understand all the capability that this main screen is actually indicating to you or providing you with. If you look right here in the bottom left hand corner, you're going to see mechanical, chemical, and biological. Basically today we opened up the mechanical and chemical port up on top while the filter was running, so we see already day one is showing. This shows you the number of days that have elapsed since you've accessed the filter to perform a service interval on the system. So you've got 3 different compartments within the filter. Each one is addressed by obviously mechanical, chemical, and biological. Now if you move over to the right, you're going to see an image or a diagram of the actual filter canister. Right now the triangle is full, and you'll see little arrows going in and coming out of what is a kind of an aquarium on the upper left hand side. This shows you with a full triangle that it's full maximum flow that's taking place right now through the filter. You move up to the top, you're going to see that there's an actual temperature display, and obviously right now that's being displayed in 10 degrees Fahrenheit. You could have it in degrees C if you prefer. And then you move down to a big feature of this filter, which is actually the conductivity readout that you get from this. It's measured, right now it's showing you, because we have it hooked up to a little 10-gallon tank just over here on the right. Right now it's showing you the measurement in microsiemens, and microsiemens obviously is the applicable measurement to freshwater. In marine it would be actually millisiemens. 1 millisiemens is actually 1,000 microsiemens. Now in freshwater, basically you're looking at soft water environments that will be under 100 microsiemens typically. If you're keeping a discus tank, or you want to have a tetrabiotope, or some dwarf cichlids for example that like really soft water, you're looking at sub 100 microsiemens water. Obviously in RO waters, RO unit is typically called for to get you down to that level. You'll have to dilute part of your aquarium water with pure RO water to get there. That's one of the more efficient, effective ways to do it. If you're looking at a general community tank, well then it's usually between 1 and 300 microsiemens, and then when you're looking at African cichlids and so forth, you're up into the 500 microsiemens range. Millisiemens for marine, the way you can help this provide you with a constant display of what's going on in terms of salinity. Use, for example, a Fluval hydrometer, which is calibrated to 25 degrees C. Look at your initial, take the specific gravity, adjust it with your Fluval hydrometer. Say, for example, it's a reef, it's 1.025. Then make note of the millisiemens conductivity reading that you get from the monitor, and that will equate to the specific gravity at the temperature you keep your reef at, and that gives you a constant alert or a constant way of monitoring what's going on in terms of salinity in your tank. So now that we've covered conductivity, which is a huge part of this, let's move on to the peripheral buttons that surround. Now you've got scroll buttons here that allow you to get into other menus, so you can go up or down. We're going to show you that in a few minutes. You've got the escape button. If I press the escape button, it's always going to go back one step all the way to the main screen. If you keep pressing it, you'll always end up back here. And then of course you've got the enter button over here. So that covers the principal main screen that you're going to see on your Hydrotech performance monitor. Okay, so now let's get into some of the other screens and settings that you can access with your Hydrotech performance monitor on your G Series filter. Using the scroll button, for example, if I press it once, you're going to see operational settings. See right here, it's telling me to press the enter button to scroll down. Once I do that, I enter it, and it's going to give me options to address the various things. For example, if I wanted to go to temperature points, you can see that's illuminated, or that's highlighted. I press that. Now I'm ready to set my temperature points for minimum and maximum, and the actual functioning of the alert button. Let's go back to the screen I was just at. So I'm basically just going to hit the escape. It's going to take me back. Then I could go down to any one of the other points I would want to cover. For example, conductivity, mechanical schedule, chemical and biological schedules. Those are accessed in your operational settings. If I hit the scroll button again, or hold on, let me just go back one more. Sorry, escape. Let me go back one more. Here we go. Now let me scroll to, for example, global settings. I could again use the scroll button, go down, select language, contrast, temperature scale, all these things, dim delay for the actual screen, default settings, those are all accessed in global settings. If I go through this again, we get into some of the different displays you can have showing that are not adjustable, but they provide you with a history. This is a really useful tool. For example, flow rate. You can see over time, as you change different cartridges, how your float rate is affected over a 48-day period in this case. So it's going to show you a continuous readout of what's been happening in terms of flow in your filter, which is obviously related to the types of fish, the number of them, what you feed. All these factors go into how quickly your filter is becoming clogged with debris and what the load is on your filter. This helps you manage your tank better over the long run. Really useful, actually. And then if we go through, for example, conductivity, this gives you a 48-day period of what the conductivity was. Now, what you can do is, as you see your conductivity increasing, at certain points, you can take various tests like phosphate, nitrate, and other parameters to get a feel for what pollutants might be accumulating in your tank, and then addressing those sources, again, helping you to manage your tank better. Going on, temperature, also really important. This can show you over a period of time how your temperature has been affected. Do you need a more powerful heater? Do you need to address the ambient temperature that your aquarium is in? Those things are provided with you on a graph. You can see how consistent the performance has been. So there you have it. That's basically, let's go back to the main screen here, right there. There you have it. There you have the Hydrotech Performance Monitor, the things that it can do or it can show you to allow you to manage your tank better in a really convenient fashion. And the filter, as we've already pointed out, is super easy to use. You can access cartridges simply by opening the top while it's running. This filter is really designed and manufactured to help you maintain a tank simply and providing you with the best feedback possible. Thanks a lot for looking at our Hydrotech Performance Monitor focus on the G Series filter. We'd be happy to have you come to FluvalAquatics.com if you have any further questions or you'd like to learn anything more about Fluval.